From achieving a massive amount of success on YouTube and becoming a GOAT to the NBA 2K community, and having a powerhouse couple, to being accused of faking videos and becoming what he has labeled himself, a villain.
I slowly became the villain.
Bro, what? You are 30 years old, grown-ass man talking about I slowly became the villain. All we wanted you to do was stop faking your videos, my boy. You did all that extra shit. What are you talking about?
Regardless of all that, Fredo has returned to YouTube after a year of no online activities, with this video explaining why he's been gone and how what he did in the past wasn't right, among other things that we'll get more into later. But his comeback has raised some eyebrows from a lot of people, including Annoying, a Twitch streamer who had this to say.
Mikey was basically telling me they ended up like taking his houses and taking cars and shit like that, but he never really owned a lot of things and he was really leasing a lot of things, so he basically got evicted.
Is the information SSH member Mikey shared with Annoying credible? Maybe. While Fredo going broke or in debt isn't entirely far-fetched given his history of admitting that he doesn't have the money, like when Fredo's editor 𝐒𝐿𝐿 last year went on a historic run exposing Fredo. Believe me, we'll get into that as well. But the timing raises questions. Why is this coming up now? And why does Annoying only know about this? Again, is all this credible? And my answer is again, maybe. But you know, the curiosity got the best of a nigga, and let's just say after some digging on the internet, Annoying TV might be right. But to get to that point, we need to go back a bit around here, 2016-ish, to fully understand the allegations of what Mikey and Annoying are talking about. Cause ain't no way this is true, right? Well, I'm sure that many of you are aware of Fredo's transformation from a beloved figure in the gaming community to a quote-unquote villain. Yeah, that's kind of corny. Okay, whatever. But it wasn't a sudden quick transition to that. This man was on top of the YouTube world back in 2016 and 2017. For the people who don't understand the SSH movement Fredo had going on, let's take a nostalgic trip back to 2016. It's 2016 and this Odell Beckham hairstyle had the black community in a chokehold. The Snapchat era as well. The music was nice. Anyway, you're returning from a long day in middle or high school. Let's say you are a black 13 to 17-year-old nigga. You go to your room and chill and open up YouTube. You have options like Chris Smooth, T-Pendel, Gento, Soluminati, and PrettyBoyFredo. You already watched most of them the other day, so you pick Fredo. His videos at the time were pure nostalgic masterpieces, with NBA 2K videos being the main niche of his channel. The 𝐿𝐿𝐿 he would call himself, as he would lock up anybody who dared to talk trash to him. The man was up there with the kings of the 2K community. There's no doubt about that, and still is. This is where SSH originated, which stands for Savage Squad Hoopers. He had many catchphrases, which included Green Beans, Clamp God, Let That Bitch Drop, and so on. But there was also his insane story times, roasting sessions. Oh look, Bruce dropped him off.
Boy, you thought you was getting away with this, boy? Bruce, I'm on your ass, boy. Yo. What kind of stomach is that? Bruce, why is your neck so strong, bitch? How many throats you got? I said that nigga got about 4, 5, 6, 7 throats, bitch. He got abs in his throat, flexing.
This was his original fan base, and it would only increase as he slowly strayed away from 2K and focused more on infamous IRL content, like his pranks and social experiments that would gain millions of views, like my girl deleted my career on 2K, or she threw my video game console in the pool, or his most viewed video being the fake proposal with his girl Jasmine. Yeah, remember that? That was a moment in YouTube history, and it collected a cool 50 mil. I think it's safe to say that Fredo was in his bag during this stretch. He was gaining millions of subscribers like it was nothing. He gave back to his fans. He had a very strong fan base. Nothing could go wrong.
Praise is dirty as hell, my nigga. Go get a
Hey, you ain't better at
Praise is dirty.
You got smoke in the air and I can't wait to let it. And you knew the killer, how the f you ain't right.
I'm gonna tell you guys the worst part about it all. This kid had his fans spamming me on Twitter death threats to my daughter, to my child, an innocent being. How disgusting and a pig you are. You do not deserve a channel. You are canceled. And
in summary, Fredo switched his content, not necessarily for the better. He strayed away from 2K content and relied heavily on fake content during the late 2010s and early 2020s. Meaning this getting robbed in the hood video was fake, catching a video was fake, and the infamous gold digger pranks were obviously fake. It worked, you know, it was collecting a cool million views, but it's not sustainable. A lot of these videos are deleted due to countless videos of creators from the 2K community pointing it out, like the legend 𝐁𝐔𝐿𝐿𝐿.
So you guys see the screenshot right here. PrettyBoyFredo doing his intro to his video. He's introducing the 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐿 video. that he's about to do. But if you see in the background right there, there's already a hole in the wall. You know where that came from? That is shown later in the video that Jasmine hits it because she gets quote unquote mad at Fredo for fucking someone with that. She gets mad about that, I guess. But why is that already in the beginning of the video? And all you Fredo fanboys who are still about to dislike this video, do not.
And of course, Agent 00. Many of you know him from A&P, but he was heavily involved in the 2K community back then, before A&P. And in a nutshell, he was like a political speaker for the community. He was the voice of reason and concern of any and everything about 2K. So when he dropped the oh so many videos exposing Fredo for fake pranks, the community supported what Agent had to say. It wasn't bad until Fredo dropped this video of a public gathering with his fans during 2020, which was the lockdown years. And you know, Fredo wasn't supposed to do that because the vid was at an all-time high. Nonetheless, he did it, and Agent dropped a reaction to it.
And I rarely ever make that type of content, but you do so many crazy things that from time to time, I just indulge.
Why did I just show this random reaction? Because Fredo responded to it, and it wasn't pretty.
I wish nothing but the worst for you. Seriously. I wish nothing but the worst for you. You ugly piece of shit. You trash as hell. You wish death for my daughter. I wish nothing but the worst for you, my nigga. On everything that I love.
So Fredo, I never did that. What you just did right there, I never did that. Now, are you saying that all those death threats I've been getting about me and my family and my friends over the past few days, you're responsible for those? I mean, you did explicitly ask people to go there with malicious intent. I was working with facts. I saw something, I criticized it. When you reacted, you were not working with facts. You were willing to just bridge any gap to make it seem like I was an evil human being when you know that not to be the case. Funny thing is most people know that not to be the case. But your fans, your impressionable fans, they ain't know that. That's why they sat there sending me those death threats. They think I'm an evil human being. I can't blame them for that. Only information they have about me is what you told them, and it's pretty damning information if I should say so myself.
Slowly, the strength of his fan base would slip away. One reason, his fan base was getting old, and that type of content he was doing just didn't hit anymore to the masses. And 2, how many videos he faked, and 3, the countless beefs he got himself into. The fan bases he battled just made it worse, like PontiacMadeDDG. This beef started because of the infamous basketball game between the two. What a time that was. The rules were simple. Win the game, you get the right to claim you're a better player. The loser had to do a punishment. DDG won the first game, and Fredo ignored the punishment and wanted a rematch because, you know, his ego was high as hell. But this time, Fredo wanted it indoors, as if this was gonna change anything. This rematch also wasn't planned, by the way. DDG won the second game, but in that game, it was very heated. Fredo, being the loser, started talking shit, and DDG wasn't having any of that.
Nigga is fucking following me. I know. And when I score, he not trying to call it a point. It's my ball.
Long story short, after the constant back and forth, Fredo would take it a step further and remix DDG's biggest song to date, Moonwalking in Calabasas, and dissed his dead brother.
You got smoke in the air and I can't wait to let it. And you knew the killer, how the f you ain't ride. You touch one of mine.
He made the music video in Pontiac, Michigan, and even going the extra mile of shutting a bridge down in broad daylight. Well, that moment for Fredo didn't even last a week because the music video was copyrighted and taken down by DDG. Mind you, this all started because of Fredo losing a basketball match and his ego couldn't handle it. The beef still goes on to this day as the two still talk about each other, but not in the same magnitude as before. Of course, there's many more beefs Fredo got himself into, but I want to get into the main part of the video. So if you want to see the full breakdown of Fredo's downfall, or whatever you want to call Fredo's situation, watch JBM Fargo's documentaries on him. He got the best ones out by far. But because of me skimming these parts, let's get to the main point, or the main part of the video. So after the constant backlash Fredo has gotten from the beefs,
Pretty boy, you shot, get the gun, let me smoke it on Fredo!
Then of course the insane stunts he pulled off, and the people in his circle he quote-unquote scammed.
However, as a human being, as a person, as a 30-year-old man that he is, I cannot respect that.
Not paying Hitolo.
At this point, getting all these views about me, it's about $3,000 I'm owed. From that second channel, I spent $2,000 on personal, okay?
After all that fiasco he went through, Fredo posted one video in 2023, being this lighthearted video with Jasmine, and then he completely disappears for a year. There would be tweets referencing what would be going on in his life, but that would be it. And then he came back with a comeback video, and you know, I watched it, ready to be critical, but Fredo talked about what he went through, like his family troubles and how his mom suffered through health problems, and it made sense why he was gone. He also acknowledged his switch of fake controversial content, which started the downfall of his channel and his life in general, like his complicated relationship with Jasmine. And like everyone else, I thought all was good. Fredo was gonna go back and do his regular content with the guys, and that's it. Until there were recent rumors of him being broke.
I feel like this is gonna get clipped and go viral and shit. But This is what Mikey told me directly from the SSH camp, right? Are y'all listening? All right. So basically, a long time ago, Fredo made a YouTube video, right? And the YouTube video was like best tattoo artist versus the worst tattoo artist. Basically, he asked this guy to tattoo Malik on his face, but like to mess it up intentionally. I mean, not on his face, but on his leg for the YouTube video.
This was the video.
Fredo ended up going on a YouTube video, bashing the brand, bashing the tattoo shop and everything, talking about how they f***ing suck, whatever. The tattoo shop ended up suing Fredo and Malik, both of them. After they were sued, Fredo didn't take the lawsuit serious, but Malik did. So Malik showed up to all the court dates while Fredo didn't show up to all the court dates. Oh my God. So this happened about like 3 years ago, like it's a long time ago, right? Basically, since Malik showed up to all the court dates, Malik had to pay a fine of $10,000 to the business. Since Fredo was slacking with the court dates, he never showed up to court, never took it serious, the judge ordered Fredo to pay the tattoo shop over $1 million. And this is real documents because Mikey showed me the documents. This is real shit. It's not alleged, this is real.
Let's stop right here and do a quick summary of who Mikey is. Mikey, mostly known as CEO Mikey, was a part of Fredo's content creation group, SSH, and he would be doing the wildest things for content, like shaving one side of the eyebrow off. But somewhere down the line, Fredo and Mikey weren't locked in like that anymore, as stated by Annoying. Why? Well, I'll let Mikey do the talking, then we'll get back to Annoying.
The Tesla was rented. I had to pay for the rented Tesla. He didn't even pay for it. Yo, I kid you not. Yo, I swear to God, I didn't pay for shit. When he told me, yo, I need you to come to Florida for this video, I took money out of my account, flew to Florida. Yo, I need you to buy this for the video. It's my video. No hesitation. Yo, call an Uber here. It's $100. I need you to call it to be here. No hesitation. Bro, I drive, because I live in New Jersey, he lives in New York. It's a 30-minute drive. I drive 30 minutes to New York to help him with the stream, right? And in the stream, it's just a stream of me like doing dumb shit. It's like a spin the wheel chant of like I look. So the stream was this. Whatever the wheel lands on, the wheel had like, oh, Mikey gets $10,000. Mikey get $30,000, this and that. And the bad stuff. Bro, I kid you not, the wheel landed on the good stuff like 30 times. One time, every time it lands, oh, Mikey gets 5K. This would pull out his phone. I'm sending Mikey 5K right now. This nigga don't send me shit. I don't get shit. Bro, the one time it landed on a bad thing, it was to shave one of my eyebrows. This was back in December. I told her, no, I'm not doing it. I don't do it. That was the first time I ever told her, no, I'm not doing it, this and that, right? Kicks me out his house, and he continued to say, oh, Mikey's fake. Y'all go unsubscribe to Mikey.
What?
This and that. Mikey's a fake. He's not down with the game, bro. He's not down with the Savage Squad.
Brother, and get away with it. In all honesty, you shouldn't be in SSH. You should not be in SSH. Look what the f they spamming because of you.
Mad. Y'all mad. Y'all feel YouTuber broke. Suck my. How about that? The niggas mad that they feel YouTubers broke as my.
After the court ordered Fredo to pay over $1 million, Fredo tried to make an appeal and he wrote a letter to the judge. As he wrote a letter to the judge, the letter was basically stating, and I have the letter. Mikey showed me the letter. The letter to the judge was basically stating, yo, judge, I apologize for not appearing up to any of my court dates. I've been going through a lot of things right now, and I am currently homeless. That is what the letter said. Do I believe that Fredo is homeless? No. Does Mikey believe it? Yes. Something ended up happening with the court, and they were basically saying they ended up like taking his houses, taking cars and like that, but he never really owned a lot of things, and he was really leasing a lot of things, so he basically got evicted. In Mikey's situation, Mikey's like, bro, Fredo's been clowning me for a long time. This, you know what I'm saying? You know how Mikey feels about Fredo? He is 100% Fredo. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys want to look up the court documents to see if they're authentic, that's on y'all, not on me.
And so I did what Annoying said. The curiosity got the best of a nigga, and I wanted to see if Fredo was actually in money trouble, on some Agent 00 pocket watching type shit.
It's a skill more than anything else.
This is all alleged, by the way, but I went on the website Trellis, which is a legal analytic platform. This website can be used if someone needs to understand how past court cases have been decided. I didn't find anything about Fredo being sued for $5 million, so it then got me questioning, why would this information information about Fredo come out now, right when he makes a comeback video. Even some of the comments pointed that out in Annoying's video on the situation. But again, Fredo has a history of scamming people, so that tattoo shop situation isn't out of the equation. But as I was looking for the case online, I did stumble on some public court cases involving Fredo. Remember, this is all alleged and public, so if you want to look it up, you can. But it appears that Fredo is not only accused of scamming a tattoo shop, but he's also allegedly in credit card debt. I'm assuming most of you already know, but this means when you borrow money from banks and credit card companies to purchase stuff, which includes things like buying a damn car or using it to pay for groceries, yada yada yada, you have to pay it back in time. This case was filed on February 15th, 2023, and it shows that Fredo hasn't paid back his credit card debt in some time. And the bills accumulated over time into a whopping $100K he has to or had to pay. Also, on the document online, it says the status is disposed. That means it's like the court saying, okay, we're done here. The decision has been made. So in this case, it means the court has looked at everything, listened to both sides, and decided who wins. In this document, it looks like National Bank won, and Fredo has to pay them a bunch of money if he didn't already. I couldn't believe it too, until I saw his damn name, PrettyBoyFredo, plastered on some of the documents. Here's the case complaint summary if you want to read it. As of the time of this recording, this case could still be going on as it was last updated this year. It could answer why Fredo couldn't pay his editor the amount they agreed upon on time because of this mess right here. It could answer why Fredo isn't doing anything as of right now, alongside the family struggle stated in this video. How did this all allegedly happen? Well, obviously not paying back in time and just not being smart with the money. For Fredo, it could be a matter of wanting to keep up with the flashy lifestyle to impress the followers, being SSH, and the general public. He might have felt the need to keep spending money on cool stuff to look successful, even if you couldn't afford it. But this just makes the debt problem worse. Instead of focusing on fixing the finances, you're stuck trying to keep up with the rich lifestyle. This probably didn't go down in this situation for Fredo, but it's very common for people to fall into this trap. It turns out this fabricated lifestyle that Fredo has, or has had, isn't exactly what it seems.
Do I get into some shit? Fuck yeah, I'm human. I'm human at the end of the day. Niggas gonna get through shit. Niggas gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna see things a certain way, niggas gonna see things other. It's just life. I'm human just like everybody else. I'm grinding, I'm going through this roller coaster of a life. Nigga, some days is good and some days is horrible, bro. Just like everybody else, nigga, I'm human.
This alleged news might bring joy to those who were affected by the altercations that Fredo caused. People might say karma is finally catching up with him. After all, he's not just your average YouTuber. Fredo's got a reputation for stirring up trouble. For years, he's been notorious for allegedly scamming people left and right and fighting other content creators just for the sake of it. As for the news about Fredo being sued for $5 million, I still couldn't find that info. So I guess we're gonna have to wait for Mikey to give the inside details. The obvious is, obviously don't do dumb stuff with your money. Don't rent stuff that you can't pay back on time because it will come back and bite you. And if all this is true, though we can't say for sure, despite the evidence, at least Fredo took a 1-year break to assess what he's done wrong and try to come back as a better man. However, history has shown us a familiar pattern. Fredo takes a hiatus and promises change, only to repeat past mistakes once again. So will this time be any different? Only time will tell.